way to Al. Good morning, and how are you, faithful? Captain Niner coming to you with your captain, and we do have coffee this morning. Captain and Coffee Morning Report. I said, I don't know why I said that twice. For May 29th, 2025. I didn't drink my coffee. All right. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these, but to be honest, there really hasn't been that much news. And to be honest, I've got some medical things going on behind the scenes that I'm trying to take care of. So, yeah, that's what I want. And I really don't like doing the same old stuff everybody else is doing over and over. I mean, there's 5,000 of us 49ers content creators, so I try not to do the same thing everybody else is doing because, I mean, why would you listen to me over them? So, some of those guys are going to be a lot better than me, so I'm just doing this for fun at this point, kind of a situation. But anyways, let's get back into it because we do have some actual news from the 49ers this week. So we had some signings yesterday. So the first signing to start off over here on the left side, we have linebacker Chaz Surratt, formerly of the Jets. We're signing a lot of Jets things, players, coaches, all that kind of stuff. So, and why is that? Because Saleh has a certain personality and style and swag and everything that he wants on his defense. And Surratt does fit that mold. Now, he hasn't played a whole lot. And to be honest, he has a hell of a story. He was like one of the best high school quarterbacks in like ever across the country. I mean, he had ridiculous numbers. His freshman year, he played at North Carolina at quarterback. Then his sophomore year, he played one or two games, I think is what it was. Then he got hurt. And then I forget who it was that came in and took over for him. And then he decided to switch over to linebacker his junior year. And his junior year, he was runner-up in the ACC as Defensive Player of the Year. That's ACC. That's not some, WAC 10, small, piddly pool. This is the ACC. He was Defensive Player, runner-up at least. And he had never played linebacker before. He just made the decision to switch. And then, like I said, he was like second team all ACC or something like that the next year. But either way, the guy's he's a really good athlete. If you watch Hard Knocks with him, there's a couple points on there where Robert Saleh really talks him up, and he's really hyped for him and everything. So it's an interesting addition. Talent-wise, not maybe necessarily the greatest. Does have a few injury issues, but the mentality is there. Will he make the roster? I think he's borderline. We also did release one of our linebackers yesterday, Deshaun White. We'll have a picture of him in just a second. So it's interesting to see what we're going to be doing with Chaz Surratt, but this is definitely a solid guy. Then we also have punter Thomas Morstead. He's been in the league since like 2009. He was a 2014 Pro Bowler, I believe is what it was. So, I mean, the guy's been around the league. 2013 Pro Bowl. And then he was a 2012 AP second team All Pro. I cannot talk. Maybe it's because I haven't done one of these in a while. So like I said, these two guys, both Jets, both added to the squad. Welcome to the team, gentlemen. And then the two guys that we let go Deshaun White. We signed him in the beginning of last season. I maybe saw action in 3 or 4 games, kind of a situation. But the big name up there is obviously the fact that we are letting go the Aussie. Mitch Wisnowski has been released, and so obviously Thomas Morstead going forward will be our punter. Obviously, I'm going to guess Mitch's back just is not right. Whatever's going on, he had the issue with his back and everything, and it's just not healing, and the 49ers weren't comfortable with keeping him around anymore. That's a guess. Nothing was been said by anybody, but that was the only reason why you would let go. But I guess when Mitch was on, Mitch was good. Now, he wasn't necessarily always great last year because, like I said, I think he was still having back issues. But that's just me guessing because nothing has been said. And then finally, the one we want to talk about, not finally, but the last thing, we're going to welcome back Ethan Wan to the personnel department. This man is a 49er through and through. He was with the 49ers for 19 years. Left for a few years to go work for the Jags, but now he is back in the building. Like I said, this is someone who's familiar with the system, knows what Kyle and what the 49ers want as an organization in general. Like I said, welcome back. The last thing I want to talk about is the during OTAs, there hasn't been much that's come out. the biggest thing that I've seen that has come out of OTAs right now is the fact that Trent Williams is out there doing stuff. So yeah, it's good to see Trent out there. And Trent doesn't have to be here. He doesn't have to be here for anything. Trent does kind of what Trent does. But to me, seeing that Trent shows up and Trent's doing all this kind of stuff when he doesn't have to be, when to be honest, he really never has done before, is a good thing. All right, that's all I got for you folks this morning. So again, nothing is going to be going on for Niner Faithful Radio, and at least up until the week before training camp. That's when we will, officially return for Niner Faithful Radio stuff. Of course, if anything pops up as far as like breaking news or anything, we will jump in here and give our thoughts on that. But otherwise, when news comes up, I'll try and get these out daily as long as there is stuff to talk about and that my body's letting me get up and do these kind of things. But until then, faithful, go kick Thursday's ass. Fa fatai te lava. One love.